It's late afternoon, and my wife's been after me to get back to Chow King to get some halo halo. So that's what we're doing, and it is late afternoon, probably, I don't know, 3 o'clock maybe. The town is just buzzing with all the fiesta activity, and it's really just kind of hot this time of day, but in an hour it's going to cool down. So I thought, well, let's get out of the house, and we figured out who's going to go with us. It's my wife Flora, May May, my niece, she's the older one, and then my nephew Marvin and my little niece Irish. So we're walking down the streets in Pavia, headed towards the waiting shed where we're going to wait on a jeepney and embark on our purpose this afternoon, which is going to be to score some really, really decent halo halo at Chow King. And the kids are going to get some other things. But, they're excited. They hadn't been out of the house in so long, and they don't even get to go to school here yet. So they're pretty pumped about the whole thing. So just watch the video, and I hope you enjoy it. And you might learn a little bit of halo halo. It's a sunny and warm day. Trying to cross the street out here. There's over by a bicycle coming this way. The little town is basically in fiesta mode right now. Sorry, the sun's in my eyes. Oh, yeah, we're headed off to a place called Chow King. If you've ever been here, you know probably all about it, but we're going to get some serious halo halo. That's what this video is about, is some serious halo halo. I had some the other day. I forgot how good it was, man. It's just delicious. So anyway, that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to get on the jeepney, and hopefully I can turn the camera on a little bit, experience that a little bit. So somebody hollered at me. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. So they're going to have a big show tonight over here in the Plaza. They have entertainment, singing, dancing. Got to have dancing if you're here in the Philippines, and singing. So yeah, so you can see all the stalls. Be all kinds of, call it street food, fair food out here tonight. Plenty of beer, and town's getting busy. So I'm gonna get off here just a little bit ahead. We're gonna get on in the jeepney stand and take off and head over towards this little mall where they have a Chow King. Yep, there's one right there. We may have to catch that one. We gonna get that one?
Do you have your mask?
Yeah. All right. So we got isaw, chicken wings, hot dogs, and we're starting the fire for the grill. So yeah, it looks lots of street food tonight. Little helper there.
So cute.
riding in a jeepney is one of the most unique things that you'll do in the Philippines if you decide to do it. A lot of expats have cars, motorcycles. I don't have a car. I don't have a motorcycle right now. So, and I'm only going to be here until June. So, I'm just kind of biding my time on that, and not going to spend 20 grand, and I'm going to leave in June. So, anyway, it's a unique experience. It's an enjoyable experience. It was hot that day that we rode the jeepney, and you kind of get on board, and maybe there's only 5 or 6 or 10 people, and they really try to fill it up. They actually stopped us back there at the highway so that they can pack us in there. They do have stations set up to where they make sure that the jeepneys are full. They'll have a low-level bureaucrat outside with maybe with a walkie-talkie or a radio, and they'll check each jeepney to make sure that they're at capacity as they go through, because it's going to reduce the amount of jeepneys on the road. So that's always a good thing. They're striving for efficiency. Part of the video, I have the camera out the window, and I'm showing a lot of construction. And the construction going on there is pretty close to where I live. It's within walking distance. I've walked up there before. So it's called a flyover, or we call it in America maybe a viaduct. It's gonna go over the top of some of these little businesses and stuff. So yeah, it's going to improve the speed and efficiency. Now here we go. We're going to get off. So I like this part. One of my favorite parts. Here comes the queen of my heart right there. She's been with me for 20 years, and she's really good with these kids. They're her brother's kids, and we're just out for a fun day. Get out of the house. We get out here at this one mall on the left here, kind of in the other side of the red jeepney. We're going to walk across this street to the other mall. That's where the Chow King is, to the right of the other mall. We'll go in the mall a little bit later. There's smaller malls, but they're really close to where we live. So we've got a McDonald's, we've got a Chow King, we've got Jollibee, we've got Mug and Asal, which is a grilled chicken place. And so yeah, this is a lot different than it was back in 2007. I'm telling you what, it really has amazed me, the progress that the Philippines has accomplished, especially Iloilo, and I don't know a lot. I've been coming back to Iloilo since 2007, Pampanga a few times, but yeah, it's really been booming. One of the fastest growing economies in
coming
Asia.
Up on Chow King. Stand alone, drive through and everything. That's a little bit unusual, but I like it. Good to know. Come up here on a motorcycle. Oh yeah, we're finally here. Get inside and sit down at the table. There's the halo glass. Get a big blue glass. And there's a big halo lover right there waiting for his. Yeah, they leave their stuff on the tables here because the business prefers to clean up after the customer so they can sanitize it. That's pretty good practice. Yeah, that way they know it's cleaned right, There comes something. There's one halo. Plenty of Coke. Wow. It has arrived. So we're going to get halo, which I've got. And we're going to get some siopao, which if you don't know what siopao is, it's just a steamed white bun with meat and other kinds of deliciousness in there, mostly meat and a gravy. So we're going to see what that's like.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix mine up while I wait for my shield pile. But this is not ice cream. Looks like ice cream. Kind of feels like ice cream. But you may know, maybe you don't. Halo Halo stands for Halo Halo, right? We repeat the word. It's mix mix. So I must. Uh-oh, I got to get some of this off the top.
You want me to exchange for you? Deliver.
All right, so I switched my wife because this one's not quite as full. So again, there's my ube, for lack of a better term, ice cream. I'm not sure what they call it. Yeah, but
Purple
what?
yam.
Purple yam. I know that, but
Yeah.
and then it's got some crunchy stuff in there. I'm not sure what that is.
Guinea pig.
This is not a video that I can describe every detail of the Halo Halo, but this is what you do with it. You want to push it down. Push it down. You start to see the ice.
You want me to video you?
Can.
Here.
I'll hand the camera over to the expert. Okay. So you just push it all down. Try to get the bottom up to the top and the top down to the bottom, basically. Getting some instruction from the wait staff here. I don't know what's going on. Okay, it's mix time. So I'm pulling the stuff off of the bottom, bringing it up to the top. You can see some pieces that they put in the bottom. You're going to bring them up to the top, and you're going to break their ice up. A lot of shaved ice in there. So you see that stuff starts to come to the top. And believe it or not, Halo Halo has magic properties. It can be a hot day. You can sit down with Halo Halo, and that white stuff in there is like evaporated milk. You eat one of these desserts, and it'll drop your temperature, man. You will quit sweating. You'll be comfortable. You'll be a happy man or woman. That's my Halo Halo. So my shield pile has arrived. Pull the top off. A beautiful, beautiful steamed bun that has paper stuck to it. If you ever buy shield pile in the States or anywhere else, you're always going to have paper stuck to it. So you want to try to pull that off. There we go. And then there. I'm going to set the Halo Halo aside. Basically, I'm just going to show you. It's a surprise inside, right? There you go. The pork. And
Pork asado.
This bun is just so soft. Not brown or anything, but that's is absolutely delicious. Shield pile at Chow King. All right, I'm going to go back and eat my meal. Okay. So this is what it looks like. It's got ice shavings, pieces of some kind of little pieces of fruit and other mysteriously colored stuff. And the white stuff is evaporated milk, sweet evaporated milk. And it all mixes together. It's just a sweet, kind of like a milkshake, but not a milkshake. It's got the texture of the ice.
Really cools you down. That's what it's really good for. Thank you. Okay. So this is what it looks like. It's got ice shavings, pieces of some kind of little pieces of fruit and other mysteriously colored stuff. And the white stuff is evaporated milk, sweet evaporated milk. And it all mixes together. It's just a sweet, kind of like a milkshake, but not a milkshake. It's got the texture of the ice. It really cools you down. That's what it's really good for. Thank you. Wow. That's done like an expert Filipino right there. She took the chicken, put it in the gravy, got her rice. What's this? Perfect. Tear a piece of skin off, put it in the gravy. Got her rice. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Malls here in the Philippines, for the most part, are really, really nice. They're actually more updated and just better, I'd say, accoutrement, whatever, better finishing touches. There's some things I like about American malls, but Filipinos love their malls. It's a place, even, if you can't afford air conditioning at home or you just want to get out of the heat, you can come and walk around the malls. Great place for teenagers to, congregate, and, there's really not much funny business going on here. This is really close to the house, and it's not within walking distance, but we rode the Jeepney. And so, yeah, it's got several little restaurants. This is a small shopping center, and there's 2 or 3 really close to us like this. And we can go on into Iloilo City to get you can call it a mega mall. It's called Shoe Mart or SM. Most people call it SM here in the Philippines, and it's a major mall. But this is really nice. The Jeepney, going back home. Again, I talk about the Jeepney being a unique experience, and it is. There's nothing like it. I've been to a few other countries in Asia, and they don't have anything quite like this. If you're a bigger guy, and by that I'm saying if you're a little bit overweight, you might have a little bit of an issue. But I'm 5'10". I really have to bend over to get into the Jeepney, and they do have handrails along the top. You see some, my nephew and niece grabbing a hold of it, or my wife, and so you can kind of crouch over, grab the railing on the top. You look down at the floor so you don't step on feet, and you make your way to an empty spot there where you can sit down. And people will move out of the way for you. They'll scrunch up there. And by the same token, if you're sitting down in the Jeepney, and you see somebody get on, you look around and you can move over a little bit. Go ahead and move over, to help that Jeepney driver get that Jeepney full. And it's going to happen. You can sit there and be stubborn, I guess, if you wanted to be, but you're still going to have to move over. That's just the rules of riding a Jeepney. So we're on our way back. It's evening. One thing I do like about Jeepneys, if it is sunny, you're out of the sun pretty much, unless your arm's sticking out like mine. In the evening like this, we're just driving by, and the Fiesta's in full swing. You can smell food in the air. And the night air is a lot cooler, and you just get to see the sights and the scenes of the Philippines. So just take a few seconds and just imagine yourself here, listen to the sounds, listen to and watch the people and the little just the way people live. It's interesting to me. So that's just about the end of the video, but I appreciate you listening, and we'll see you again in another video soon.